Hello, my Flosstube family. It has been an extremely long time since I last flimmed a floss tube. Flimmed a floss tube. Yes, hi. Hi, yes, oh my goodness. This is impossible. This is impossible to film. Yes, I love both of you very much. I love both of you very much. Yes, I know. Attack of the Bullies. I know. Yep, we love them. Yeah. Yep, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Yep, I know. Yep. This is great. Good job. Now we're gonna puke everywhere. Because this is going to be a more traditional floss tube, if you are new and you do not care about my life, I will definitely be inserting a timestamp in the description to get you to where you want to be, which is just the cross-stitching stuff. And for the rest of you that are nosy and enjoy knowing about what's going on in my life, you just have to sit through the whole thing. Okay, I think that we've got all of the bullies under control. I think so. I put one in a pen. I have Gazpacho. Gazpacho is griping about I don't know what. What? Tell everybody what you want to say. Tell them. I know. You're very upset. Yeah, you're very upset. Are you done? You say hi to everybody? Yeah. Hi, everybody. It's been a while, huh? Do you remember how to film? I don't remember how to film. You have a huge fan base. No, we don't bark on Flosstube. We don't bark on Flosstube. That's you. Yeah, that's not any other dog, it's you. Okay? So we're gonna say hi to everybody. Say we're sorry that we haven't filmed in a very, very long time. And where are we right now? We are at my dad's house again. This is our media room where George Foreman and several other boxers reside. And this is, I think, your favorite room, huh? Yeah, I think that you spend most of your time here. You nap here. You do lots of things here. Yeah. So, I'm going to put him down. He just wanted to say hi, apparently. He's missed you all very much. He's very interested in whatever is going on right there, which is probably the cell phone. Yeah. Remember that he watches TV and screens and stuff. Okay. It's me again. My name is Rocío. That was Gazpacho. My channel is Cocohamas Stitchery. And today we are recording a floss tube. The first floss tube of 2021. And what feels like to me the first floss tube in months. I've been doing like the coffee chats, which don't include any needle stuff, needlework, cross stitching. But today I think that the best thing to do to catch everyone up on what has been going on in my life and the projects that I've been working on and everything, I think I'm going to do a traditional floss tube where I update on all the things that are going on in my life and then go into all of the traditional like finishes, whips, works in progress, haul, happy mail, and whatever else I've had happen to me in the past like month and a half. It's been a really long time. I have no earthly idea how long this floss tube is going to be. So watch out, Pam and Steph and Noah Stitches. I may have a feature length film floss tube, which will require 5 views and lots of drinks and breaks, and we're just going to dive in. What else can I do? So where do I begin? Gazpacho's rolling around on the floor with a toy. Oh my goodness, is your back scratch? Oh, so itchy. So itchy. Yeah, you and that rubber frog. So itchy. This is kind of how my floss tubes go. This is gonna take a lot of editing. Okay, so where do I begin? I left off with, well, a lot of you probably don't even watch my coffee chats, but I left off with that we bought a house. In my house. So you would think that I'm not homeless anymore, but I'm still a nomad, and I'm still living at everybody else's house that isn't my house. We are currently semi-remodeling. I mean, I call it a remodel, but it's really not. We're painting the interior from top to bottom, including trim, cabinetry, just absolutely anything that you can paint inside of a house is getting painted. And we're refinishing some 2 floors of wood floors. It sounded a lot more simple than what it actually is. So I'll get updates like a murder scene or my house wrapped in all sorts of paper and plastic, and I just don't even feel like there's an end in sight. Apparently, I will get into this house hopefully by end of this month. That is to hoping and wishing and praying. In all of this, I have been avidly just kind of, you know, looking at furniture, and I have purchased the, he's gonna cry. Gaspacho, I'm filming. I'm filming. We're not gonna have the squeaky toy. So, where was I? We bought the man cave couch, which ironically is not leather. I think I'm gonna put the toy in the other room so I can continue filming. Sorry, hold on. So if you don't know about the couch journey, we were looking for a leather couch that did not look like a chorizo, which is like a lazy boy, not like this. Look, that's a leather couch. That I know, the blankets are all messed up and you're probably having a conniption fit right now because I showed everyone messed up blankets. It's okay. So those leather couches are leather couches and they're fine, but it's kind of hard to find leather couches that are not like the lazy boy fluffy ones. And those are the ones that my husband wanted. So we were trying to compromise. But anyway, at the end of the day, what do? We purchased the exact same sectional couch that I had in my first apartment in a different color from Rooms to Go. Not by my request, but by his request. Because why? We are currently staying at my brother-in-law's, who purchased my couch 2 years ago when we went to a stranded island. And now that we have been reunited with my first couch, my husband has remembered how comfortable that couch is. So this is the new couch, which is exactly the same as my old couch, just in blue instead of gray. And then another really lovely surprise happened. So our house is 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bath. We have the master bedroom and then plus other rooms. So like we have a game room, which is like the man cave den. We have like some open thing. I may or may not do a semi house tour. I really haven't thought about that quite yet, but you'll for sure see my space. And so anyway, when we went to go and see the house after we got the keys, I walked into, so on the 3rd floor, it's like the open game room area, which where my husband is likely going to spend 90% of his life. And then you have like the office nook on that same floor, and then you have a bedroom at the end of the floor. And the 2nd floor is the master bedroom and a guest room and a laundry room. So that 3rd floor, that extra bedroom could be a guest room, which would have been like the 2nd guest room. Or it could be my room to do with whatever I would like to do. I didn't ask for it because in the previous conversations about all of this, I never have been able to win the craft room, my room battle. But I don't know, something happened. Oh, we found another bone. something happened in my husband, and he like, we walked into that room, and I think he just kind of felt that it was my room. So he dedicated it my lady layer room, which I'm so excited about because it's kind of a big room. And I have had so much fun planning that space. I bought a small couch where I hope to be recording my floss tubes and just stitching, and like, I'm so excited. And I'm gonna put in here the picture of the couch. I'm so excited. It's just gonna be so much fun. And so the way that I laid it out is, since the floor is all papered right now, I drew the dimensions of the couch, and it's gonna go on basically a blank wall, kind of like this one. So I want to put a gallery wall full of just fun stuff, which kind of leads into what I'll talk about later. But I have so many plans of things that I want to work on in this near future, because I have walls to decorate and I have things that I want to see up in my own personal home. I haven't had a home in a very long time. I mean, this is my first home. So that's super exciting. Before, I've always rented stuff and also lived on an island. So I didn't have a space to call my own and to be able to put holes in the wall and paint and do whatever I want. Like, that's so exciting. So I'm very excited about that. So let's see. Some other good, not good news is that Gazpacho is coughing. The gremlin noises are never gonna go away. It's so funny. It's just a part of my channel. I came to San Antonio, so backtrack. My husband is now working in the office with several people. I have no idea what their pandemic protocols are, but I don't see them being very safe. So my husband came home one day and was like, look, I need you to hunt down your first dose of a vaccine. So that's what I did. And I found one here in San Antonio. So I packed up the doggo and packed one pair of yoga pants and drove 3 hours to the good old San Antone to get my first dose. And I called my husband and he sounds congested on the phone. Just congested. I think I have mentioned that I am an anxious Annie. I am always paranoid. I'm always hyper reactive. I always think everything is gonna go wrong. So when I spoke to him, it was, hi, you're congested. And he's like, hi, you're right. I didn't even notice. And then I said, hi, you need to go get tested because you're not safe right now. So let's just rule out whatever it could be. And he said, no, it's probably allergies. And I said, yeah, except you don't suffer from allergies. So we're going to get you tested. And he went, and surprise, surprise, the test came back positive. So that was the first kind of exciting thing to happen in 2021. Remember that my reaction to life is through humor and happiness, because if I don't have humor and happiness, then I will go insane. So I got tested, came back negative. It just so happened to be the same day that I got my first dose. His brother-in-law tested, he tested negative. So he quarantined in a room with no TV until I sent him a TV on Amazon with Roku loaded on it. And that's what he did for 10 days. I tested twice throughout that time. Both times have come up negative. And at this point, we decided that 1, I was gonna stay in San Antonio to stay safe. 2, to be able to make it to the second dose. And so I'm here with a pair of yoga pants. And luckily, these jeans, yeah, those are jeggings. Not yoga pants, but jeggings that I purchased a while back ago and didn't fit, and miraculously fit this time around. So I guess that's a win, right? You fit into the pants that didn't fit before. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. I am super thankful. He is out of his 10 days. His only symptom the whole entire time was congestion. He's on the up and up, and he's feeling about 95% himself. So we're very grateful and thankful that nothing happened, but it was an ultra scary and uncertain time. It's still kind of uncertain for me because I'm always uncertain and I always think that something else is coming. So we're just gonna, take it one day at a time and continue channeling that joy and positivity from whatever little corner I can find, which at this point is like cross stitching and my best friend being pregnant. Yep. I said it on YouTube, Brenda, but nobody really knows you, so it's gonna be okay. Those are like the two happy things in my house, so needlework, house, and best friend being pregnant. Are kind of, like I said, the happiness that's going on in the scariness that's going on. So we're okay. We're going to be okay. But that's kind of one of the other reasons why I haven't filmed in a very long time. Filming is exhausting. Filming is exhausting. And when you're not in the mood to speak, and you want to be a recluse, then filming and putting things up on YouTube is definitely not recommended. So today I went to the Tinsmith's Wife, which is now my LNS, which I always say Little Needle Workshop, but I think it's local. I'm still gonna say Little Needle Workshop. And on my way back, I got this text message. And even though I'm living in his house right now, I am recording and going to catch everyone up on what I've been up to as best as I can because I don't have all of my things as usual. So that's really not outside of the norm. And my waiting to be able to have my house and my new filming spot and everything, it would be perfect, but I also think that maybe this little video in between may be a good little insider into the future. I really wanted to do a whip parade. I really wanted to do a 2020 finishes parade. I wanted to do a 2021 plans video. I still have a Mirabilia series in the works in my brain and note paper. I have, stash dives. I have so much content in my brain, so much content. But it's like, I feel like I don't have the tools and the things to do it the way that I want to do it. So all of that is going to be coming down the pipeline. All of it. It just is going to take a little bit, and I need to pace myself and not rush and put out mediocre content, because that's who I am. I don't want mediocre content out there, even though no one cares. Mediocre is fine. But anyway, all of that being said, I don't typically do this, but I do have one very special shout out to a new Flosstuber, because I have watched quite a bit of Flosstube. I comment here and there, but this particular individual just made me laugh. And I've heard his name thrown out there a million times recently, and I just hadn't gotten around to watching him, but I have binged his channel. I think there's like 6 or 7 videos, and he's amazing. And his name is Darcy Cameron, the Stitch Man. Now, he is rated R for language and for speaking of male genitalia. But if you're into that, he's great. He stitches full coverage heids. He's been working on projects for years and years and years, and makes you feel like you can tackle any 6'3" project. Just makes you feel that way. So if you need a pick-me-up, if you need something that's a little different from the norm Flosstube, And something that's just a little on the, you know, like here's the line and you like cross the line. It just, you know, like he's your go-to guy. And I'm really sad that I didn't discover him sooner, but I think everything happens for a reason. And I really needed that, just like I said, that line cross and 15-year-old boy humor that I love. Because I always have said, one, that I think that I'm a 15-year-old boy in a 28-year-old girl body. But yeah, so if you're into that kind of humor, he's great. And other than that, lots of great Flosstubers that I've been watching. I just wanted to do that special shout out because, like I said, I really needed that. And if you're going through something that, you know, you need just content, great person to gravitate towards if you're into that sort of thing. Because if you're not, I don't recommend him at all. So what have I been working on? What's the dealio? I did have a finish back in December that I don't have here. I finished the 100 owls. I'll show that in a future video. I had a new start that I don't think I've shown on here. I've had several new starts and finishes. So I think I'm just gonna kind of like do this thing. Can you tell I've been doing this for like a million years? You never get better. Never. And I don't even have any of the charts. Let me get the charts. It's like I'm gonna story tell. Hi. So this is, I think I showed this not on an official Flosstube, but on some video on my channel. Sorry, I'm not much help. But this is kind of like a Save the Stitches. So this is Glendon Place, Sleepy Hollow. And this was not started by me. A fellow Flosstuber, fellow Stitchy cyber friend, Joann Tattooed Stitcher, she was going through her projects and she had this project that she was about to abandon because of the dark fabric. And this was a project that I had seen a couple of times. I've always had it kind of in the back of my head that I wanted to work on it. And so when she said she was going to abandon it, and she had, you know, she had a bit of stitching. I'll show you what she had. And I believe Andrea Hart's Needle Art, I think there's an S, also is working on it. And so Jordan loves the project, doesn't love stitching it. I love the project and love stitching it. She would put it up. I don't know if I would put it up. I think I would. But anyway, for me, it's always more meaningful to stitch something and give it to someone who's going to appreciate it. And so I know she is. So this is Sleepy Hollow. And this is stitched on 28 count Witching Hour by UnderTheSea fabrics. And it's super funny. I don't know. I don't have my fancy camera, so I'm gonna have to do the old school way of focusing. I don't think you're gonna be able to tell. But the border, the tree, the beginnings of this moon, she had stitched, and we cross our X's opposite of each other. So you can't tell unless you really go up close. I did all of the moon, all of the horse, all of the flaming, I was gonna call him potato head, but it's a pumpkin head. And I'm back stitching as I go. This is being stitched with XXII floss. I have this feeling that I've talked about this on here somewhere at some point. But she sent me all of the XXII. I still don't know how I feel about XXII. On every project that I work on, I try to do something different or new, or test a skill, or do something to change and forever expand and grow in the stitching venture. But I had never heard of or never been exposed to XXII floss. Apparently, I'm gonna get all of these details wrong, but you can find this AliExpress maybe. And for you CXC floss users, you can definitely drop everything down in the comments and I'll pin it to the top so that others can find out. But apparently you can find the entire DMC color collection in CXC, which is, I don't know what it's made of, but it's much cheaper than DMC and it gives you this feel of a soft silk. The stitches on the project come out fluffier than if I were stitching it on DMC. And it has really good coverage. And it gives you a sense of you may be stitching on silk, or with silk, but not really. So that's kind of how I feel about CXC. Do I think I am going to use CXC for future projects? The verdict is still out. It's fluffy. It's fluffy. So fluffy, I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Now, I'm going to complete this entire thing in CXC. It looks great. I have no problems with it. I like the coverage. I like the stitching on it. I have a parked thread. For those who don't know what a parked thread is, it's just pulled in the front so that you don't tie it off. And no, I don't park like 1,000,000 threads. I just park that. Yeah, I guess that's all I got to say about that. I will be picking it back up again. I'm waiting on a couple of CXC flosses that weren't in this, but Jordan sent them and they're in Houston. And I'm not in Houston. I'm in San Antonio. So when I get back to Houston, I'll pull this back out. Great comfort stitching. I don't know. I really enjoy it. And I'm gonna share this because it's so cool. So I found this canvas bag at Target in the dollar section. So it was a $3 bag about a month ago. And it says, "You're like really pretty." That makes me feel good. Thank you, bag. And it's so cool because it had it stitched. So I just throw all my stuff in here and came to San Antonio for an overnight stay, right? We were only gonna stay here a night, just a night. You're like really pretty too, Gazpacho. But our stay has been extended by a lot. Okay, and then, oh, this is gonna be fun because one, this is in an Evertote bag by Caroline Off the Grid Needle Arts. I don't think she has any more of these, but she may. You could run and check out her shop. They're fun bags. They just, you know, put all the stuff and then I put all of the things and all of the things go in the things. But I am currently doing the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Stitch Along, the Christmas wreath. I have a lot to talk about that too. On another video, I also showed, this is Joann brand even weave 28 count fabric that I dyed myself using the liquid RIT dye in a boiling pot for like an hour. So this is what the fabric looks like, and it looks like the wall. So let's just blend into the wall here. Anyway, this is where I'm at right now. All 3 parts have been completed. Ooh, stitches, look at the stitches. I only made 1 change, and the 1 change is in this big gigantic bow that you may or may not see is sparkling. That is DMC Diamond, and I really enjoyed working with it. I used the loop. I really hope that this isn't super blurry. I'm sorry. I promise that when I am back to my norm, my fancy camera will come back out and you'll get really good quality images of my stitching. So clues 1 through 3 are finished. Again, great comfort stitching because it's a lot of solid colors. And the called for fabric for this project is, I believe, Heartland by Picture This Plus, which is like brownish color, camel, like a camel color that's modeled. And I had purchased the kit and then I couldn't find the kit. I thought it was lost in the mail. I reached out to the pumpkins. They were super sweet and they said, you know, contact your mail, figure it all out. And then I found the kit. But I found the kit after I dyed this. And there's just something fun about dyeing your own fabric and using your own materials, or at least for me, that makes the project super fun. And I love changing fabric, so I just went with this and prayed that it would come out fine, and I think it's gonna come out great. Another thing that I do highly recommend, the pumpkins, I just call them the pumpkins, why not? The pumpkins suggested a fabric line in the welcome packet, and I'll put it in here. The fabric line, which is a collection that really matches the floss colors. So this is in a bendy flip by Bagzplus. I'm obsessed with these. I have purchased a lot of them lately because I am a bobbinator. I bobbinate all of my floss on bobbins. And this is so much better than a plastic box that I used to use because it doesn't fall. So it's great. And it has like a little pocket on the back, so I stuff all of the extra stuff, goodies in here, and it's great. Michelle Bendy does live sales every now and then, but Bagzplus does have an Etsy shop. The only thing that is kind of like, is that the shipping is from the UK to here, the United States. It's pricey. It's like the price of a floss buddy, bendy flip, this thingy. It's like the price of one of these. So when I order, I try to make a larger order, which yes, it's expensive to order a lot of product, but I try to do it to make the shipping worthwhile. So that's kind of where I'm at with these, but I love them, love them, love them. I'm addicted. So I searched high and low. It really wasn't high and low. I just went on Etsy and I put in the name brand of the fabric and I found the collection right away. A fat quarter, yes, maybe. It was only like $5. And so I picked out this fabric now. I guess I'll take it out of the plastic. I ordered this fabric now because I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to get it later. But look at how perfect that is. It has all of the colors and it has that shine that I wanted to match with the bow. So is it gonna look funky? Absolutely. The reds are kind of off and it's funky, but that's the point of pumpkin patterns, is that it's funky, cute, fun. And that's what I'm going for, is a funky, cute, fun pillow. So I'm excited. The pumpkins are also in a Caroline Evertotes bag. Oh, and here is, this is that diamond that I was using for the pumpkins. You can find it at your local craft store. The color that I chose was D3821. Like I said, a lot easier to use than Krynic. I still have yet to use Petite Treasure Braid, but they say that that's amazing. But I didn't have any issues with the diamond using the loop method, where you take one floss and you fold it in half and you thread it through the needle and you have a loop at the bottom. Loop. Another new start. And I think I talked about this in my last Flosstube too. So I started the Blue Flower Sleeping Bee. I am doing it exactly as it is called for, using, all of the called for floss, the called for linen, which is Vintage Fawn Lakeside Linen by Lakeside Linens. And I have never used Lakeside lakeside linens. I had never used lakeside linens and I don't have any issues with it. So I guess it's a go. It's a little stiffer than the Zweigart based linens, but manageable. So here is where, oh gosh, fix the thread. I'm going to keep referencing him, Darcy, and his like, you parked your thread. Yeah, Darcy, I parked my thread. So this is where it's at now. No, I didn't iron it. No, you're not gonna get it ironed. So kind of fun. There's some variegation going on. He's pretty much, his body, like his upper torso area is finished. That is a lot of fun. I love the variegation on those little berries, I guess. They look like blueberries. And then these leaves are super fun. So I'm excited about that. I do have one little tiny issue, is that I want to finish it in the box. The box is Lee Hay's shaker boxes. Lee Hay. And it's pretty much near impossible to get one. They're pricey, but if you all have a recommendation for a shaker box, you can Google shaker box, because I didn't know what a shaker box was. And it's a box. I don't know why it's called a shaker box. Just is what it is. It has like a thing on the outside. Maybe when you shake it, I don't know. Shaker box. Maybe it's a Shakir box. There's a swallow exercise called the Shakir, and it's spelled the same way. Maybe it's the Shakir. I don't know. So anyway, if you have any recommendations for boxes like this to be able to do this exact thing, please let me know, so I don't have to wait a million years. It's an 8-inch box. So yeah, let me know. I will greatly appreciate that. So since my time here in San Antonio was super extended, I didn't have very many projects to work on that are like currently in my works in progress. The Sleepy Hollow, like I said, I'm waiting on that CXC floss, which is probably waiting for me in Houston, like on the dining room table. And then the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, I'm waiting for the next clue that releases on February 19th. What else did I have a work in progress? Oh, and then I had the Sleeping Bee. But I was really enjoying the solid color stitching versus not solid color stitching, using one color for a very long time and not hopping around or counting too much. So I just wasn't gravitating towards the Sleeping Bee because it requires just a little bit more work, eyesight, concentration, counting. And since I had all of that fiasco going on, I wanted something calming and meditative. So I talk about her a lot. Alex3313 messaged me and told me about like her latest purchase, which was the 2021 Heart and Hand Collector's Heart. There are these kits that come, and I loved the message in this one. So look for the good. Look for the good. And it says beauty, kindness, joy. Yes, look for the good. And then she told me, oh, I collect these hearts, or I have collected them since like 2017, and I stitched them for my husband. And I thought, that is such a cool idea. Fun fact, she and I, we got married in the same year. So I was like, I'm gonna go and peruse. So I perused. And I found, I looked up the certain years that are significant to me. So the 2019 one is significant because I got married in that year. And it says, with my whole heart for my whole life. How fitting for a marriage year. And it was super cute. And again, it's kitted with the fabric, the button, the trim. And my plan is to make all of these into little pillows and throw them into a little pillow basket. And then the year that I got engaged was also really cool. So this is the 2017. Super cute. Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be. Super cheesy. And I'm never romantic or cheesy, but I guess through scary sickness stuff and you just get a little like sentimental. The sentiments start coming out. So I love this one. These I found at Fat Quarter Shop online. There is a Facebook group called In Search Of, so ISO In Search Of, and it has like cross stitch or whatever. It was super strange because when I would Google these, they wouldn't come up. And so I posted in the In Search Of, someone super kindly responded and pointed me to Fat Quarter Shop, and they are in stock and popped up. So that was super cool. Then I went to the Tinsmith's Wife, which is my little needle workshop, and I found the 2011, and I think I had another one. Yeah, I had another one somewhere. It's probably in the gigantic mess that I have. Anyway, this one is 2011 Smitten, and what I did is I started dating my husband in 2013. I didn't like the 2013 heart. It wasn't as fitting as like the other ones. So when I found this one that Wendy, the owner of the Tinsmith's Wife, she put a display of like Valentine's Day stitching, and it was perfect timing. So I snagged this one up, and what I did was I was just going to change the year on it to say 2013 Smitten. And I changed, so I used the linen. And this is in a bag by Lisa. Stitchy Notions by Lisa. Super great bags. She posts a very small handful, and they come with like little workbooks. So she posts small batches in her Etsy shop, and I will link her Instagram below. She will post on her Instagram when they're in the Etsy shop, and they get bought out really quick. The other really good bag maker that is up and running again is Rika King House of Stitch and Stash, but she has her own private Facebook group. I'll see if I can link it down below as well. I think she is doing a bag of the month, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's full and she has a wait list. But I have a bajillion of those bags, and she came out with like a smaller one, so she's on to really great things. Carol, there's just so many great bag makers. And what I love about the bag makers is that they're all different. And so they fit my need for different things. You have your Floss Buddy, you have the Caroline ones that are like zipper toss, you have these that are smaller. It's just, I love bags. And don't get into the whole of project bags because it's slippery and it goes really, really quickly into I need a bag for every little project that I have. So anyway, let's get back. This is Smitten. So I changed the floss. So I guess this is called a finish. I finished all of the stitching. I need to do the beading. So it has these like little, don't focus on me, purpley, oh, wait for it, mauve. Not mauve, mauve. Another little Flosstube recommendation, Mary Ash Craft. She's super cool. Don't say mauve, mauve. So this mauve color, I need to stitch those in and the little heart thingy, and then I have to do like this thing where you make it into a pillow and then you like just toss it into a basket. But yeah, I finished this really fast and I changed it, see, 2013. I used Victorian Motto floss. I did 1 month of that club. There's a reason I only did 1 month. But I'm not going to talk about why it's only 1 month. Anyway, did you like how I skipped over that? Awkward. So I did 1 month of that and I used some of them from that month. And then I used some color and cotton from a grab bag. And that's it. Yeah, those are the two that I used. I am loving color and cotton though. So color and cotton will do grab bags. They have a lot of ready to ship fabric right now. And since we're in this fabric shortage hunt, that's super helpful because sometimes the ready to ship fabric is exactly what you need for a project. So I do highly recommend checking on there. She does replenish quite a bit, so that's super exciting. I did purchase a fabric for a future project that has not come in yet. I will show later, but kudos to color and cotton. And then what else do I have in here? Oh, I have some cool stuff. So these I think I ordered from 123 Stitch. I did Oh My Gosh. I love this one. And the Wee Santa. Oh, it's the Wee Santa. I actually entered in a giveaway, another Flosstube, Finding Judy. She was giving this one away and I didn't win. Guess Fudge was mad that we didn't win either. And it came with these little stars that are so cute. Look at him, he's just so cute. He's like so fluffy and he's got like a little snowman and it's just so cute. So those are eventual mini stitches. And who am I that is stitching smalls? I don't stitch smalls, but in times of crisis and scattered brainness, smalls are great. They're fantastic. Which leads me to my other small. Can you guess? You guess what it is? It's a ghosty. It's Charm School. Allison Rosen is a craft girl. And look at the little spoopy ghosts. Spoopy. Let me tell you, you've been seeing and you're like, what the heck is spoopy? Spoopy is spooky cute. I learned that word in October and I am in love because I don't like scary things. I like cute scary things or like creepy things, but not scary. Just kind of creepy, you know, Plague Doctor, those kinds of things. Those are super cool, creepy. But I love spooky cute, spoopy. And just say it like spoopy. This is Be My Boo by Topknot Stitcher. This is my first Topknot Stitcher piece. I had to stitch this right away. It was everything that I could ever want and more. So I have a bag of just scrap pieces of fabric. This is literally the size of the fabric that I had. When I go to LNS's or little needle workshops, I always look to see if they have grab bags because they just stuff them with these little small scraps. And what I like about them is when you have a piece like this, it's perfect. UnderTheSea Fabrics also has an ornament grab bag, which are small cuts like this. Color and Cotton's grab bags are 8 by 12. So that's a great grab bag because it's a big piece. But the ornament grab bags from UnderTheSea Fabrics and just your local shops, swoop them up. Swoop them up. You didn't like it. So this is Be My Boo. I used, for the ghosty, pineapple sherbet. For these bright red little bats, look at the little bats and this heart and the bats. That is Ribbon Red, Classic Colorworks. And then I think that this was Color and Cotton Brown Sugar from a grab bag. And he has stitched eyebrows, eyes, and mouth. But because of my fabric, which I think you can tell is like a purpley grayish, it just looked so good without being stitched. So I just played with the fabric basically and left him stitched out. Look, you can see me through the fabric. How am I going to finish this? I don't know. I have no earthly idea. I am not gonna make him into a pillow, but I love the fabric so much. So maybe I'll just find a clipboard and clip him on a clipboard. He's so cute. I loved him. leads me into another one, another new start. I have talking to do for that too. Hold. Hello from the future. I am coming to you because I thought that it would be a terrible, terrible, terrible thing to not inform you to go and see Michelle Bendy's conversion on the Dreaming Girl Stitch Along. I will link her Instagram in the description, but you need to go and check it out because it is phenomenal. February 1st, the Barbara Anna Dreaming Girl SAL was released, the first part of it. I think the way that Stitch Along SAL is going is every other week she's releasing a new part on Creative Poppies. So since we're in this like fabric drought, I did really appreciate that the recommended fabric for the Stitch Along is readily and inexpensively available on 123 Stitch. It is the 32 count Azure fabric. And this is the color. And this happens all the time. It's not at the fault of the designer or anything. The picture is a mock-up. It's not actual stitching, and the color is much brighter. And you all know that I am obnoxious and bright. So this color is just a little muted. So you can see that I started it. See, I have some starting going. This took me all day. I would stitch a little bit, and then I would go away, and then I would stitch a little bit, and then I would go away. What that typically means for me as a stitcher is if I am not in, especially with a start, my least favorite part of stitching is starting, because for me, it's like the most uneasy part. You don't have much stitched. You don't know how it's gonna all turn out. It's a lot of uncertainty. I don't like uncertainty. And the more and more I looked at it, I just, something inside of me was not clicking right. This is after I posted on Instagram, which, by the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is somewhere here. I have been extremely active on there because I haven't been recording much on here. So if I'm not active on YouTube, I'm active on Instagram. If I'm not as active on Instagram, I'm usually more active on YouTube. So I kind of flip back and forth. But I had posted, the floss toss with the fabric. It was great. But when I started stitching, it just, no. And then I had people sliding into my direct messages and saying, because I had just finished this, and they were like, oh, I love the way that you pick fabric, and I just, my ego was like, yes, I'm a great fabric picker, and I dyed my own fabric, and all of these things, and so all of the things told me I needed to change the fabric. So I changed the fabric, and I'm much happier. Yeah, you're seeing it. This is a chameleon fabric because it is blue and it is purple. And so sometimes you look at it and it's purple, and sometimes you look at it and it's blue. It's this chameleon fabric that will probably be impossible to portray on any kind of camera, but in person, look, I'm blue, and then you like, watcha, look, I'm purple. So it's perfect. So, and voila, look what happened. How long did it take me to stitch this? All of maybe an hour and a half. What does that mean? It means that I really enjoyed the fabric. So you just have to kind of listen to yourself and not get into the pressures of social media and the called fors and those things. Because although this is going to look lovely, I promise it is. So if you are stitching on the fabric, it's gonna look great. It's gonna be fine. But just something within me personally said, this isn't you. This is you. And again, you're not seeing that. This is definitely picking up purples. And even in person, it's just purple. But I promise you that next time I show it, it'll probably pick up all the blues. And I think she's gonna look marvelous, marvelous on the wall above my purple couch. Which means that the fabric will probably be purple on the wall. So this is Color & Cotton's Monster Mash from the September Fabric of the Month. I do not know if Fabric of the Months make it to the main line. That I don't know. I measured very well, and so I am using half of it, and the other half is gonna go to another phenomenal project, whatever project that may be in the future. So I guess this is the part where I will talk a little bit of haul. If I showed all of my haul from the past 2 months, it would be another 4 hours, but I can show you what has lately come in, and that is readily accessible. And then also future plans, because they'll all kind of tie together. So let's start with my haul from this morning. Let's start with something that I have been using a lot and highly recommend. This is a planner that I found on Etsy. Advertised to me. Nobody told me about it. It was literally just like a sponsor promoted shop. It's not even stitching related, but I love it. It has like high gloss paper and it's a weekly planner, but the cool part is, let me show you a blank page so you don't know what's going on in my life. You have on one side this page, and then on the other side this page, so you can write your notes. What I've been doing is I've been writing what I've been working on, and anything, this is literally stitching related. So anything that I'm working on, usually I'll write my purchases here so I can keep tabs on my budget. And then they have this cool thing where they give you a prompt, like different things that you should hunt for to collage on this side. I thought it was super cool. I don't have a completed collage at all. But for example, on one of these pages, so look at that. That is the DMC Diamond, the little sticky ribbon. Why did I put it on this page? Because when I was going through, the bonus is something shiny. So here is something shiny. It's just fun. Like it gets your creative juices going. So on the back, you have like this little folder thingy. And what I've been doing is when I find something or remember, like one had said a tea bag. So I put an empty tea bag in here so that I'll collage it later. I don't know if this will be something, but I put it in here. A parking ticket, because I got a parking ticket outside of my house for parking the wrong way. Welcome to city life, island girl. But all of those things, I think it's fun. It just, you know, like I said, it's another creativity outlet, and that's cool. Like, then you'll go through and you'll have like a bunch of art projects, and maybe you'll stick stitching in here. I don't know. It's just, it was fun. So I'll link that down below. It's called 2021 Collage, almost said college, Collage Weekly Planner. And I think it was like 22 bucks. And it's printed and it's very high quality print. Highly recommend. Let's start. My shopping bag from the Tinsmith's wife. So I got this, which has something in it. What is in it? Oh, corrections. Oh, that's super nice. She stuck in the corrections of the original chart. So smart. So this is vintage lace. Look at that bird. Look at that fabric. Look at that everything by Rosewood Manor. When am I going to stitch it? No plans. And then this one I've been eyeing for like 1,005 years. It felt really thin. So I got nervous that pages were ripped out. Hold. Whew, pages are not ripped out. This is the Halloween quilt sampler, and it came with the charm for 19 bucks. I thought that was a steal. I don't know if that's a steal. Maybe I overpaid, but for me it was a steal. And of course, the queen. Cross stitch with Luda. Finished this years ago, and back when I was in the Bahamas at the beginning of quarantine and I had binged her channel, I saw it and fell in love with it. But it's a lot of back stitch. Like, that entire border is back stitching. It's a very complex piece because a lot of it is back stitching to get that detail. So I've been hesitant about purchasing it because I don't know if I'll ever do it. I don't know. It's a complex project. But since I stumbled upon it, I've been eyeing it, it had the charm, I just swooped it up and put it as a future possibility. Then, this is fun stuff because these things are actually going to get stitched. Oh, I almost pulled everything off. Okay, fabric drought. For a very long time, I have been wanting to stitch Park Hopper Bart's Tomb Sweet Tomb in my craft room right now. So I saw this when he put it out. In fact, I do talk to him pretty frequently, so he sent me kind of sneak peeks as he was stitching it. I was just like cheering on like a fangirl, like, yes, keep going, put it out. And fun fact, when I would tour houses, when I was house hunting, I would find like, sorry, Gazpacho's licking his paw. So that nasty, weird noise, that's that. Stop it. Stop it. So, I would find weird things, like there's a lot of elevator shafts in Houston, and so like you open it and it's like creepy elevator stuff because a lot of the houses are really tall. And I thought that that would be so cool to put like the Tomb Sweet Tomb inside of the elevator with like the creaky, you know, elevator shaft close and all of this stuff. And when I would mention it to my husband, he was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, we didn't pick any houses with elevator shafts or an elevator. Thank God, because we didn't want to deal with that. But the house that I do have, my room, I don't know what I'm calling it yet because I don't want to say it's just a craft room because it's not just a craft room. It's like my room. I'm still figuring that out. But it has a door to the attic, and the attic is creepy because you're in the attic and it's like, you know, it has the beams and it kind of smells and it's like dark and I just feel like something lives in there. So I know for a fact I want to put Tomb Sweet Tomb right on that door. I hunted for a frame for it. When that comes in, I'll share it with you all. I'm excited. I'm so excited. So fabric shortage. The called for, Gazpacho, stop licking, is 36 count Murky by Picture This Plus. You heard that right. Picture This Plus. Picture This Plus, right now, if you order from them, it takes 30 plus weeks to get your order, estimated. If you order through shops, same thing, 30 plus weeks. So if you're looking for Picture This Plus, find a substitute or call every needlework shop that you know and ask them. You will get laughed at on the phone. Like, they will laugh on the phone, like, ha ha, Picture This Plus, yeah, right, because it's happened to me. Because it's that hard to find. But just, you know, like this last minute ditch effort, like, please. I contacted Wendy at the Tinsmith's Wife and I said, hi, Wendy, it's me again. You know, your fellow islander that's not an islander anymore and that doesn't live in San Antonio, but has been here forever. Do you have Murky by Picture This Plus in 36 count? Why, yes, my dear, I do. So, best believe I said, please put that on hold. I'm coming tomorrow to go pick it up. Look at that. That was pretty cool. The frame that I picked out, okay, you asked, so I'm gonna insert it. I don't know how to pronounce this frame. It's an Adirondack frame. May work. It's a little off on the dimensions, but it may work. I'm so excited. And then, okay, the other thing that I'm hunting for is, I'm gonna butcher the name, Sanguine. sanguine, sandwich fabric for this. Liz Matthews has this trio. This trio has been in my dreams. So in my dreams, I had my little house and I had a little coffee table or like a little something, and I had this trio. So I want them all. Fabric. The called for is sanguine. I can't find sanguine anywhere. So I looked and I have these alternatives, which they're not sanguine. I'm looking for kind of like a rosy, ashy rosy, but whatever. I picked them up. Who knows? This one is Baby's Breath. Yes, this one's Baby's Breath. It's pretty. And this one is Lakeside Linens 32 count Sugared Ginger. It says vintage, so I'm assuming this may be a discontinued color. But that one's really pretty too. But they're more on the peachy orangey and less on the ashy rosy. And the sandwich color is a grapefruit. Like an ash grapefruit. It's more on the reddish side. So I'm just gonna keep searching and figuring that out. And then the other ones are just like on neutral linens. So I have a lot of neutral linens in stash. So those are oh, and what did I find? I'll insert here. The trees are on scissor frogs. No, not scissor frogs. Flower frogs is what you should search for. And on eBay, I found this lot of flower frogs for $30 with the shipping and tax included. So it was like 28 something. Let's round up to 30 for fun. What? Send them my way. So this is another thing that I am getting sent my way. So see, like I have been kidding projects that are going to be going into my home. And there's, no, Tomb Sweet's tomb is not small at all. But I have to have that up as soon as possible. So as soon as all of that kind of gets into place, I am going to start all of that. The other start that I am planning is this one. I don't remember any of the things. And if you were to see me right now just pointing at George Foreman. Okay, let's try that again. Let's insert it. Ready? Ha! This. I'll put it below. The plants. I think that that's super fun. They have 3 colorways. I'm doing the mid-century modern one. That one's gonna be on an even weave. Oh man, I don't even remember. It's like an unnamed even weave that I've had for a million years. That's gonna look great. And then, what else? I have a couple more things, and then I'm just gonna call it quits. Just quitting. I'm sure this is a Luda influence. Why even lie to myself and say that it's not? This is Rose Celebration by Mirabilia. It's in a Ziploc. She is out of print. I found her on eBay for, I think, $28 also. She is beautiful. I am going to definitely kit her up one day. Remember when I would say when I'm 292? Yeah. But that's gonna get done eventually. I'm on the hunt. For looking for ships by Mirabilia. I'll insert a picture if it's not already up here, and I'll put the actual name because I don't know if I have that correct. She is severely out of print. She goes for about $50 plus on eBay and Etsy and all of that stuff. If you have her and you are willing to not charge 50 plus on her, I would love to have her in my stash. Or if you find it online and you're like, hey, I found one. I have her in my I'm looking for you. Then on Instagram, a Russian Instagrammer that I don't have the name. posted this up. This is a dimensions kit. It's an older kit because it's tied. Let me see, 2001. When you say 2001, it doesn't feel old. But when you start counting from 2021 to 2001, it's 20 years. So this is Hidden Spirits. And she's beautiful. And look at that hidden spirit. When am I gonna stitch her? I don't know. I'm just gonna add her to my dimensions pile. This is At the Fault of Gallagher. I'm gonna call her Dr. Gallagher. Dr. Gallagher. I think it's Joann. Janine? No, Joann. Gallagher, I know. Dr. Gallagher. I think she had these stitched up and she was beautiful. And so what did I do? I went to eBay and I found her for very inexpensive and I got her too because she's so pretty and delicate. This is Snow Angel by Marbeck. Serendipity Designs, Rebecca Waldrop. And she has like a whole series of angels, but if I stitch her, I'm not gonna do the angel wings. I like her with, I actually didn't even notice the angel wings, but she's not gonna have angel wings if I stitch her. Other things. Luda, hi Luda. You don't even watch me, Luda, but I watch you. Just Nan. What is the deal with Russian floss tubers and Instagrammers and Just Nan? I have no earthly idea, but I like that. And I think that that would look really pretty, exactly how it's, sorry for the glare, like that looks really pretty for Christmas. And I think I got this off of the Silver Needle. Yes, I did. The Silver Needle, their website. So I got Christmas ribbons, and I also got, while I was there, the Peppermint Snowflakes tree. Look at that. That's cute. So no, these are not out of print. I am not hunting out of print Just Nans. No, that's expensive. And I say that and now I'm gonna run and hunt all of the expensive Just Nan prints because why not? No, I'm not gonna do that. I have a house. Okay, and then who was it? Which one of you? Who was it? Who talked about this? Who was it? Was it Michelle Bendy? No, I don't know who it was. This is a dimensions kit that is not out of print at all. And they showed it, and I've seen this a million times. You go to the Joann and the Michaels and you find it and you're like, oh, that's cool, but you don't ever get it because you're like, why? And so this is Luke and Darth Vader. And I got this on Amazon. It's on Ada, but I'm switching it to the evenweave. I just realized something. I was supposed to take out the salmon and make dinner. Well, Dad, I'm floss tubing because you asked me to floss tube. I can't make dinner and floss tube at the same time. I think we're gonna have to pick up food. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's not much stitching. You have a terrible glare, but it's just this. And it's just the outlines of the letters, and that's it. That's so cool. So whoever showed this on their floss tube recently, yeah, you totally enabled me to just purchase it. And while I was there, what did I do? I got Victorian Charm. Because why? Well, why not? I was already there. I've had my eye on this one a million times, and I've never pulled the trigger, so I said, let's pull it. Why not? Let's just purchase it and add it to the dimensions pile. I have 2 more bags. We got 2 bags to go. This is another thing that I wanted to show. I went to the Tinsmith's Wife about a week ago and for some overdyed thread to, I don't even remember what project. I think it was the Frogwarts Year 1 that I was going to go kit up. Yes, it was. And I walked in and saw this and walked right back out. So this is so cool. I'm going to just like do this because if you can figure that out, it is a book. I think it's 70 pages. 76 pages of just sampler motifs. So if you ever wanted to create a sampler, all of these guys are charted in here. Like, look at the ship. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the tree. That's so freaking cool. So this is definitely a Stitcher Bible, because if you ever want to modify something, say like, oh, you know what? I don't like antelope. I almost said cantaloupe. I don't like antelope. I like mermaids. So you take out the cantaloupe and you put in this mermaid. Genius. Genius. The cool thing is, where was this? In the intro, says, this has been a thoroughly enjoyable ongoing project for over 10 years. How can you not get this? Get this, run and get this. You need this. Yeah, you need this. Please go get it. You need it. Last bag. I swear. This was yesterday at Target. In the dollar section, I found these containers. Literally $1, and they're storage trays. That's a great little thing for people who are organizy like me. It doesn't look like it, but I swear that when my house is going on, like, it's gonna be organizy. This box is so cool too. I love boxes. $3 box. Look how sweet. It's a little box. What can you put in here? Whatever. But it's beautiful. And these are super cool too. So they have these picture frames that are like wooden for 5x7. Each one is $3. But look at how fun. Like, this is so fun. Look at this one. So fun. Do I have a plan for them? No. But guess what? I have them now, because you never know when you need that perfect frame, and you go and you get that perfect frame. I'm done. It's been really good hanging out with you all. So good. It feels good. Like, it felt right. It feels good. I don't have any plans to be back. But I'm hoping by the end of this month, I will see you in my spot. As long as life goes well and everything goes as planned. It never does. But if life goes well, I will see you at the end of this month in my spot, in my permanent filming spot for the first time in 8 months. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, Flosstube, that I've had my own place. I am wishing you all so much joy. I'm wishing you all so much positivity. Hang on to the positive things. Get through day by day. We can do it. I love you all so very much. If it's your first time here, thank you for hanging out with me this long. Subscribe, like, do all the things that the YouTubers tell you to do. And I will see you again, hopefully on my purple couch. Love you all. Bye.